right, here we go, folks. Want to get your Cub Scouts signed up for summer camp, but not sure where to begin? We have important tips to help you prepare for your Cub Scout summer adventures. This is your summer fun guide, and we take a deep dive into all that's going on around the Northeast Georgia Council this summer just for Cub Scouts. And this show has you in mind, parents. So stay tuned and watch this video all the way to the end so you can be prepared for all the fun that's yet to come. Stay tuned and stay with us. All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome aboard. I had planned this originally to be a pre-recorded event, and of course, I got halfway through it and realized there was a typo on one of the slides. So I started over, and now we're doing it as a live stream. We're going to do the whole thing live. So stay with me and watch this video all the way to the end if you can. There will be timestamps available in the description only on our YouTube channel following the live stream broadcast. So if you need to skip ahead later on, if you're watching the rebroadcast, you can do that. And I'll put some strategically located timestamps there. This is the summer of Cub Fun. Welcome to the Summer Fun Guide, parents. We want you to feel comfortable and confident that Cub Scouts summer camping and activities are a great way to stay involved, get outdoors, and find adventures along the way. Summer camps and summertime activities are affordable, safe, fun, and easy to plan for. And this guide walks you through all of that right now. So, hey, let's jump into it, guys. Welcome to the show. And if you're on the show or if you're joining us on the live program, be sure to hit the like button, drop any comments or questions down in the comment section below, either here on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook page. And I'll answer them live on the program. Interact with me and stay tuned with me. I know it's spring break, so some of you aren't even here, but you'll get to watch this later. We're going to post it on our webpage so that it'll be useful to you. Also, if you're already planning to go to summer camp, or if you know somebody that's planning to go to one of the Cub Scout summer activities, share this video with them so that they'll get some of their questions answered, put their minds at ease about going to summer camp, but also fill you in on some tips, tricks, and best practices on getting ready and being prepared for your summer adventures. So let's dive in, everybody. The best way to go to summer camp this year for any Scouts, BSA, or Cub Scouts is with the camp card sale. Camp card sale is going on right now. So if you need more camp cards, if you never got any, if you ran out and need to continue selling, get with your Scout leader right now, or contact your local district executive so they can get you some more camp cards and get out and sell camp cards this year. This is a great way that every Scout can be at camp this summer. And the best way is to sell a bunch of camp cards. So let's get on that. On today's show, joining us here for the program, we're going to walk you through. This is the summer of Cub Fun, and this is your Cub Scout Summer Fun Guide. So use this as a tool either with your pack or with your den, and skip ahead again with the timestamps. You can go to whatever chapter you need, and this will be available offline with following this. So catch us on the rebroadcast if you need to. You should see as we go through, you'll be able to plan on what to expect at summer camp, and maybe you share this with your own Scouts to help them be prepared, I guess, mentally, but also with things that you'll need to bring to camp, and ways that will help you to be prepared in the lead up to camp as well, communications that go out and things like that. So, stay tuned and watch all the way through. Each one of the different programs has different things that you want to be prepared for. So how to plan and be prepared. Also, summertime fun elective requirements. We're going to talk about that, formerly known as the National Summertime Pack Award. Now, any Scout can earn it. Everybody can, and it's just got one requirement. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. Also, we're going to go through all of the big three adventures for Cub Scouts throughout the summer. Cub Scout Day Camp and Twilight Camp and STEM Camp, all under the theme of Invention Convention, and some specific details on your week at day camp, twilight camp, or STEM camp, and how to get prepared for that. Also, get ready for the Scoutland Summer Quest, a 6-part series of half-day events that take a deep dive into their subject matter. It's a little bit of STEM, it's a little bit of outdoor activities, and in some cases, you're going to get wet or dirty, or you're going to get your hands in it at Scoutland Summer Quest as we take that deep dive and take a look at some of the fun things that Cub Scouts have been asking us for, all at Scoutland this summer and all across the summer on mostly on Saturdays. So, and then finally, our one overnight camping experience for Cub Scouts at Camp Rainey Mountain is the Cub Scout Summer Splash, and we're going to talk a lot about that. This one's a lot of fun, and so I want to help you to get prepared for all of those. Hey, listen, sit back, enjoy the show. If you have any comments or shout outs, drop them down in the comments right now. Let me know that you're out there. But even if you're not, catch this on the rebroadcast, and we're going to take this all the way to the finish line with you knowing exactly what to expect at summer camp this year. If I don't answer one of your questions, drop it down in the comments at any point in time. I'll keep an eye on it throughout from now and through the registration period to make sure that you get your questions answered as quickly as possible. You know, replacing the National Summertime Pack Award this past year in the new Cub Scout program updates was the Summertime Fun Award, which is an elective achievement at every grade level, and you can earn it every single year. So for tigers, wolves, bears, webelos, and for arrows of light, and you can see there's not one for lions because kindergartners can't join until the fall of their kindergarten year. If you're in kindergarten right now, you're a lion now, but as soon as the cycle up happens in June, you're going to be a tiger. By the time you go to day camp or one of these activities, you're actually considered a tiger. You're considered to be in the group that is the next level up for your future grade in the fall. So plan for that. But anyway, that's why you don't see one for lions, because there are no lions right now. But anyway, plan now for summertime fun. There's only one requirement for the Summertime Fun Award at every single level, and it's the same at every single level. Number one, anytime during May through August, participate in a total of 3 Cub Scout activities. And it just so happens that this show has 3 activities, different and distinct, that you can choose between, that will count as part of your summertime fun. And as long as you do one in at least one of those months across the months, then you're going to earn the Summertime Fun Award. There's Scott Sheeran. I knew he'd pop in somewhere. I almost should have asked you to be on the live stream with me today, since this was kind of your idea. This is the summertime or the Cub Scout Summer Fun Guide, Scott, by your request in the previous Pathfinders show. By the way, if you're joining the show and you're not a Cub Scout, but maybe you're in Scouts BSA, there is a show for you, and I'll put a card and a link to it down in the description so that you can go to the one that you need. But there is going to be some information at the end of this show in particular that talks about Scouts BSA summer camping. And maybe we'll do a special show just for all the Scouts BSA activities going on. He says, we are heading to Skidaway for our spring pack trip. Oh, there you got Pack 511 is on the road. It's spring break here in Northeast Georgia this particular week. It's April, what day? It's April 6th. So it's the start of spring break for a lot of scouts around the council. And it just so happens that Cubmaster Sheeran and the Pack 511 kids are headed out for their spring pack trip right now. Great. You guys have a great time and enjoy. And maybe if you're just in the car bored, maybe you can watch on Cubmaster Sheeran's phone. Scott, if you're driving, you're not supposed to be watching TV. But anyway, drop it down in the comments. Give us a shout out. Let us know you're out there, and I'll continue with the show. It's a big one. It's a long one. It's your Cub Scout Summer Fun Guide. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for being on today. Let's get right into it. The first one coming up, the first one that I want to talk about is Day Camp and Twilight Camp. Day Camp, Twilight Camp, STEM Camp, all under the theme of Invention Convention. So, and you'll see this kind of you'll see this kind of labeling everywhere. Invention Convention is just the theme of day camp, twilight camp, and STEM camp. So it's all about creating things in different ways. Every camp will be just a little bit different in how they approach this. Scott says we're parked for a late lunch. Okay, good. All right, enjoy your lunch, and maybe some of the scouts can say hi on the show today. But anyway, rejoining us here, Invention Convention is the theme for day camp and twilight camp. There are 20 plus locations and different dates throughout the summer that are coming up, and I wanted to make sure that you know about them. So, Invention Convention, Day Camp, and Twilight Camp coming up is going to be a lot of fun. But Day Camp and Twilight Camp specifically is about they all sort of follow the same shape and model. They will be, by virtue of being in different locations and during different dates, just a little bit different, but most of them will follow this theme of Invention Convention, and they'll contain some of the same things. At each one, you're most likely going to do some kind of high quality craft, and in some cases you'll do a craft every day. Some of which you'll take home each and every day, and one that will take you all week maybe to work on throughout the week at day camp or twilight camp, and you'll take it at home at the end of the camp. But expect to make a craft while you're at day camp or twilight camp. Also, expect to make a lot of new friends. Cub Scout Day Camp and Twilight Camp takes place locally, but every pack in your area is invited to attend. So there's going to be scouts at your camp that are not from your pack. And that's important to know, number one, because it's good for Cub Scouts to realize that Cub Scouts goes beyond the numbers on my sleeve. It's a big organization. You're part of a big thing. It kind of helps them to realize that Cub Scouting is kind of a big deal. Parents, but also I think it's great to know that they're going to make they're going to make friends who don't necessarily go to their same school or are in their same pack, and that's one of the great things about scouting. Also, day camp and twilight camp is one of the few times throughout the year that Cub Scouts can participate in range and target activities. It's the highlight program and the one that they're looking forward to the most. And that's why you want to definitely be at day camp and twilight camp, because it's one of the few times where they'll get to earn the shooting sports awards during camp. They'll get multiple opportunities to shoot. And they'll have trained volunteers there, not only to watch over for their safety, but also to give them some of that high quality instruction to go along with it, to help them enjoy it and have fun with it, and maybe start a lifelong hobby in range and target activities. But lots of different things going on at day camp and twilight camp. Crafts, like I mentioned, and range and target activities, but also things centered around ecology and conservation, outdoor games and sports, and really just a chance to be in the out of doors throughout their time at day camp and twilight camp. And this is one of the things that I think parents look forward to as well. So it's Andrew says he loved Spring Fling. Oh yeah, Spring Fling was this past weekend. I was only there for Friday night, so I didn't get to see everybody, but he got to bend the elements at Spring Fling. Thanks for the mention, and thanks for participating in that one, Andrew. I'm glad y'all had a great time. And I knew that it would be a lot of fun. I got to spend a lot of time with the staff in preparation for Bend the Elements. But what a fun activity. I hope I get to see some pictures up on the web soon here on our Facebook page and throughout. But otherwise, anyway, let's get back into it. Invention Convention, Day Camp and Twilight Camp. Here are, again, 20 plus locations for day camps, STEM camps, and Twilight camps throughout. All around the council, about 20 some odd locations going on throughout the summer, mostly in June. Some of them are in July. All the dates and locations specifically are on our webpage. If you hit that QR code or join us at nega-bsa.org. So, hey, take a look at this slide real quick. See if you can pick out a location that's close to you. There's most likely there's at least one in every district. And one that might be convenient to you. Or, hey, listen, if you're going on a vacation or spending time at grandma and grandpa's house near one of these locations during the week of our camp, this might be a great way to spend your week doing that as well at day camp or twilight camp. So keep that in mind. And by the way, you can go to more than one day camp or Twilight Camp. Again, they'll all center around Invention Convention, but for the most part, they're all just a little bit different each time. And it's a lot of fun to be at camp with your friends. So, day camps, day camp times, if you're going to a day camp, one that's specifically called day camp, it goes from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Drop off usually begins, and you're going to get pre-event communication that's specific to your location and date from your camp director. So it may say different, but expect that your drop-off time will begin sometime after 8:30. Usually not before 8:30, because we got to give those volunteers time to get in and get set up too. And then pickup usually begins at 3 p. right at 3 p.m. The program goes all the way to the 3 p.m. hour. If you're going to a Twilight Camp, drop-off begins right at 5, because most people, especially the volunteers, have got to come in and get set up before your arrival again. But plan to arrive by 5 at Twilight Camp, because we're going to get started right with it. And pickup begins at 9 p.m. From the Twilight Camp. Remember that it's a little different at Twilight Camp. By the time you pick up, it may start to become dark. So just be on the lookout and be aware when it's time for pickup. Have your lights on and watch for kids as you do your pickup there. Also important to know, this is how you can be prepared for camp. But I'm gonna mention this again too. But just be aware of the drop off and pickup procedures for your specific date and location, because they may be different. Every location is different, so that obviously that kind of goes without saying. But here's some ways to be prepared. Number one, attend your parent orientation. For every day camp, all of those 20 plus locations that we described, there's going to be a parent orientation that coincides with that, and it'll be communicated to you by your specific camp director. And it's usually held at your location. So wherever, if your camp is at the First United Methodist Church, then your orientation will likely be there as well, so that you can take a look at things like the drop off and pickup procedures. Also, the parent orientation is a great chance for you to meet your camp directors and get to know some of the staff. Also, gives you a chance to ask any specific questions that might be specific to your child, and helps you to be prepared for being at camp at your specific location. Watch for pre-event communications that will come to your email by camp location. And so make sure to watch for that. It's important to point out that when you register, you're required to put in an email address. Be sure to put in the right email address, the one where you receive email that you check regularly, because that's where your pre-event communication is going to go. Make sure to check your email. Parents, make sure to check your email. I've repeated that now 3 times, but that's really important, because that's how we'll communicate with you beforehand, and make sure you know all the important things that you need to bring to camp. They might ask you to bring a 2-liter bottle on Tuesday. That's going to be in your pre-event communications. There's going to be reminders of things that kids frequently forget, or they may give you some kind of alert to a particular location hazard or traffic pattern that has developed either because of the location or because of your camp in general. But anyway, all that gets communicated by email, both before in your pre-event communications, and then every day during camp. You should expect to receive some kind of update and email with reminders throughout. A couple of things that we constantly have to remind people about: bring a water bottle. Every single day, bring your water bottle. Don't forget to bring it home so you can wash it out. Also, make sure that anything you bring to camp, but including your water bottle, has your name on it and your pack number on it. So 2 things: it's got to have your name and your pack number, because a lot of times kids are carrying the exact same water bottle. And so that's how we tell, I guess that's how we tell the difference. Make sure they go home with the right water bottle. Make sure that you have a water bottle, though. I've got to send this reminder out every single day during camp, and it seems like somebody forgets their water bottle. And in most cases, we'll provide, some water bottles in case somebody forgets. But just so that you're aware, bring your own water bottle to camp. Also, if your scout needs to be wearing sunscreen or sun protection of any kind, we ask parents to apply that before camp starts, before your arrival at camp. Sunscreen, because of different kids are allergic to different things or they're sensitive to different things. It's really important, parents, that you know what that is and you apply it. So don't leave that to the staff to do. Make sure to apply sunscreen, bug spray, any of those things that you think they'll need before camp starts. Also, prepare a quality lunch and put a couple extra snacks in there each day, just because it's not the same as school, right? So you need something to keep them sharp and focused and fueled for the day throughout the day. So make sure to prepare a hearty and hefty lunch because they're going to be very active, walking around station to station, on the go constantly, and kids get tired out easy. Also, probably important. I didn't put this on the slide, but probably important to point out. Make sure they eat a hearty and protein-filled breakfast before they come to camp, so that they'll stay fueled through the morning part before lunch. And also suggesting that you send a morning snack with them. Some camps provide snacks, and sometimes parents, donate snacks to the camp location. We do that in Appalachia, but not every camp's the same. Anyway, plan ahead for that to make sure that scouts can stay fueled throughout the day. Also, talk to your directors, meet the staff. You're going to do that at parent orientation, but at any moment that you have an opportunity to, you can meet the directors and meet the staff, communicate with them on any specific needs, things like food allergies or allergies in general, for your scout. If your scout has to take medicine during their stay, if your scout is allergic to or sensitive to things like too much sun or anything like that. Hundreds of kids from all different kinds of walks of life. It's really important to communicate with your director, and they'll work with you to help make sure that whatever your needs are, that they can be accommodated. It's always easier to know that before camp starts. So anyway, that's why I put that note there. Also, attend the family program. That's usually at the end of day camp or twilight camp. Usually on the Friday of your camp, you'll attend. Twilight Camp will do a campfire at, but I think during the day camp, it's just like a family award ceremony, and it may not be the whole day. It may just be the last part of the last hour of camp. Anyway, that it's different for everyone, but expect to be a part of a family program on the last day, when your scouts are being picked up, on the last day. Also, because they're going to pick up all the crafts that they make, their certificate, and that's how you're going to report your accomplishments to your pack leader. Is on the last day they'll get their patch and their certificate. On the back of the certificate, it talks about every single advancement that needs to be signed off, and if they accomplished an elective badge or belt loop, they're going to get awarded at their first pack meeting. You want to make sure that you report all of that to your pack, and that's why you want to be at the family program. You know, I guess it was important to point out when we're talking about the day camp times. Day camp, when we say the word camp, sometimes parents think we mean like pitching a tent and fixing food and all that. Day camp and twilight camp is not overnight. It's just during the day and only for a few hours each day. You drop off and pick up at day camp. Maybe that goes without saying, but it's important, I guess, just to point those kinds of things out. And so letting parents know it's not a spend the night thing. This is day camps have their specific hours and twilight camps have theirs. Watch for that labeling on the website. Scott joins us on the YouTube channel. He says Daniel is very thorough with his tips. Yes, I try to be, but in case that I miss something, Scott, will you look out for me? Just drop it down in the comments and let me know. Hey, Daniel, you forgot to tell him this thing too. You've been to a lot of day camps before, Scott. I know that was many moons ago, but that wasn't an old joke, by the way. But anyway, anybody that's on the broadcast, be sure to drop it down in the comment. He says, "Oh, you know." You know what? And thanks for interacting with us on the channel today. If you are live with us, I know a lot of you are traveling probably to spring break or wherever you're going, but hoping that you're getting a lot of value out of this. And if you are on our YouTube channel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, so that you'll know when we and so that you'll get updates on throughout the year. We're going to produce a lot of videos and hopefully they're valuable and helpful to you in planning and preparing for your next big adventure to Northeast Georgia and beyond. And we'll continue in the show. One quick reminder, to register early and save. If you're going to Invention Convention in your local location, be sure to register early because right now is the early bird discount, but that goes away in just a couple of days. So I know that a lot of people wait until after they're done selling their camp cards. But my suggestion is just go ahead and register and reimburse yourself later. It sort of gives you that target to really shoot for in the camp card sale as well. So be sure to register early. That is really it helps. Also, when you register early, it's just kind of a courtesy thing, honestly, because it helps our staff prepare enough. We have to organize all the dens. We got to get all the crafts purchased and bought and planned and prepared. We've got to get enough activities planned and prepared. If there's going to be a lot more scouts than we were thinking ahead of time, it may mean that we have to add some activities. The only way to know that is for you to register and get registered early. It looks like the trend is that day camp and Twilight Camp is up right now. And so let's keep it up. Let's get every scout needs to go to camp. And this week of camp that is local to you, it's the camp that comes to you, by the way. That's why they're local. And so we want you to plan and prepare and be there for it. If you can't be at one, check out all the dates and listings and see if there's one close by that you can get to. It's just a really important part of the summer and a tradition in Cub Scouts is to go to day camp or Twilight Camp. We hope you'll join us. Next up, in the big three, this is my favorite one. They're all my favorite ones. What am I talking about? A lot of us went to this last year. It was brand new as a full Cub Scout Summer Series. But this is actually the third year of the Scoutland Summer Quest. And we have two new activities, two new adventures in the Summer Quest. And we're going to talk about all 6 of them. And how this really works. Scoutland Summer Quest is a Cub Scout Summer Series of half-day events. All of them are on a Saturday, spread throughout the summer. And so one of the things that parents say about this activity is that it's easy. And it's not actually a camp at all. It's just a half-day activity. And also, there's nothing to plan and prepare physically, I guess, ahead of time. But there are fun, different activities that take kind of a deep dive into the subject that we're talking about for each one of these. It has a little bit of a STEM or science element to it because it's about exploration and exploring the world around you involving these activities. Most of them will involve some kind of craft that you'll get to take home with you. And I got some show and tell here today on one of them, but also there are season passes available. Last year, it was just one season pass if you want. And there was only 4 events, and you just buy the season pass. You go to all 4 events if you can make it or not, either way. But now we have different season pass options. Actually, there's 3 season pass options. All of those we think will sell out. So it's important for you to know that they're not going to be available all the way to time. You have to get them ahead of time. Season pass options are available, and it's on our website now. So hit that QR code. We'll give you a chance to screen cap that one. And join us for Scoutland Summer Quest. So let's walk through it real quick. First one coming up on June 14th is Bug Crawl. And this one is about exploring the world, the tiny, tiny world of bugs. We're going to see a lot of different bugs. And one of the reasons I think we wanted to do this one was because, we don't want, we take scouts in the out of doors on all kinds of activities throughout the year. And I don't want kids to be afraid of bugs. Obviously there's safety involved with different kinds of bugs. And we talk about that, but bugs are an important part of our everyday environment, both at home and in the out of doors at camp. You're going to make a bug box. And here's my bug box from this past year. Even if you did this one before, I think we're actually going to change up the design a little bit. And so even if you did this one last year, it is going to be a little bit different. Also, we make a bug hotel. It's a pollinator. I think we talk about pollinators. And take a look at this real quick. See, we put this on here. And you can just stick your bugs in that little hole right there. And then you get to take them home with you. It's got a neat little handle. It won't come with that sticker. I think Miss Hope put that one on there for me from her Cricket machine. But anyway, I thought you'd like to see that. If you're viewing this at home, this is about, I guess, maybe 5.5 inches or 6 inches across, and maybe 3 or 4 inches in height. And that's our bug crawl box that we made last year. So that's kind of a lot of fun, and you get to take that guy home with you. That's part of it. Um, you're also going to make a bug hotel for pollinators. We're going to talk a lot about pollinators. And Scott says so many season passes, so little time. That's so true. So little time to purchase them, by the way. And also, it goes. I think you can purchase season passes up to May 15th, but if we sell out before that, we're sold out. That's it. There won't be any more season passes. We're gonna go all the way to the mark. And we sold out of season passes last year. With so many options, maybe we won't sell out of all of them. But anyway, keep an eye on that. Bug crawl is going to be a lot of fun. It's the morning session on June 14th. So for that one, you're going to arrive at 8:30, and we're going to go till about right about noon. At the end of it is a bug crawl where we're just walking around with our bug boxes. And we're going to collect as many bugs as we think we can find. The bug hunt leaders are going to lead you to locations where they think there's going to be a lot of bugs. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited. Bug crawl is probably one of my favorite ones. And this one was a suggestion from bug crawl participants last year. Is let's do a similar one, but talking about pond life. And so that's where pond life comes from. We're going to walk the water's edge at Lake Lanier, at Scoutland, and we might try to find some mud puddles and different areas where we think pond creatures might exist. We're going to go on a pond hunt, just like with our bug hunt. Expect to make a similar craft like the bug box. We're going to make a similar maybe terrarium or a style of craft to collect your tadpoles and other things. Anyway, there's going to be a cool craft to go along with it. It's also about the science and study of the small world of pond life. We're going to have actual microscopes there, and we may get to look at the really micro, tiny world of things that exist in our water, both that help and may hurt. But otherwise, we get to look at a lot of fun and different things. Pond life on June 14th is the afternoon session. And so if you're coming for both, there's a season pass, by the way. The premium pass is pick any two, and you can do just the full day. If you're joining us live on the program, either on YouTube or Facebook, drop a comment down, drop your shout outs or questions down in the comments below. We're going to answer them live on the program here. You might be helping another parent in planning and preparations by asking your questions, so don't be shy. Let us know that you're out there. I'll continue on to the program, but Pond Life is one of our 2 new adventures for the Scoutland Summer Quest coming up, and that's the afternoon session on June 14th on a Saturday at Scoutland. It's going to be a lot of fun. Following that up, June 21st, the very next Saturday, it's going to be 2 sessions of Rocket Academy. Actually, I think it's only going to be 1 session of Rocket Academy. And stay tuned. I think that is in years past, it has been the afternoon session. I think that is what it's going to be this year too. The Rocket Academy will be in the afternoon of June 21st, and specific times and things will be on your pre-event communications and on the website as well as listed. Rocket Academy was the first of the Scoutland Summer Quest activities, with the very first one. It's the one that got the whole thing started. And I'm going to put a card up here up above, or a link down in the description, so you can see a quick video on Rocket Academy about the 2 different kinds of rockets that we're going to build. We're going to build 2 rockets. We're going to build one that is a water rocket, and you'll actually build it out of 2 2-liter bottles. You bring those to camp. And some decorations and stickers and things that you can put on it. But this thing's going to get loaded onto our 5-bay launcher. and pumped up with basically it's like a bicycle pump, and you'll see it in the video when you watch it. But that they'll pump up the rocket and launch it themselves. Scouts get to pull the launch cord, and this thing goes hundreds of feet into the air. Actually, probably just under 100 feet into the air. And you can really launch these things a long way. It's a lot of fun to watch. And water kind of goes everywhere. It's going to be fun though. So, and then the second one that you build, and by the way, you get to take both of these home. So, your water rocket and your model rocket. Your model rocket will have a Class C type engine, and it actually launches off of our space launch pad at Scoutland, and goes hundreds of feet into the air before bursting and floating back down to Earth. You'll get to take both of those home. And in some cases, because it's the afternoon, when you'll get to do multiple launches of both of your rockets at Rocket Academy while supplies last. And this one will fill up. This one sells at the first year and last year it sold out. We had more scouts participated than we had space allotted for originally. So be sure to register now for Rocket Academy. Look at me. It will fill up. We will sell out of this program. So don't wait. Don't be on the outside looking in either. It's a lot of fun. Rocket Academy. Next up in the series, another two event day is June 28th. In the morning, it will be Trailblazer. And this is the second of our two new events for Scoutland Summer Quest. This was gonna be a lot of fun too. This one was kind of written and planned by some older scouts in the program, young people that said, "Hey, we need to do one about biking." Scouts, you bring your own bike. Parents, you bring your own bike too if you want to ride along. But this is the only activity throughout the year at Scoutland where you'll get to ride your bike around the whole camp. You're going to get to see. Most people don't realize when you go to Scoutland for most of the events that you go to, like family camping weekend, or one of these campouts that you go to throughout the year, you're only, you see the parade field, you see some of the activity shelters, you see the parking lot and the playground and all the, the archery stand and the BB stand. And you see that's really only about 1/3 of the property. And so a majority of scouts that come to Scoutland only see about 1/3 of the property. If you're going to Scoutland Summer Quest for Trailblazer, you're going to get to see the whole thing. We're going to go to every corner of Scoutland to explore on our bikes. Bring your own bike, bring your helmet to this event, and join us for Trailblazer. You're going to learn some bike safety, basic bike safety. We're going to delve into the bike. I forget what you call it, the bike adventure, the belt loop that goes along with bicycling, and the elective adventure, excuse me, that has to do with your grade level in bicycling. And also, we'll get to do an impressive craft that goes along with the two-wheeled invention called the bike. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, hey, join us for Trailblazer. That's the morning session for Scoutland Summer Quest on that day, June 28th. And then in the afternoon, it's Treasure Cove. Join us for Treasure Cove because, this one, we're going to take a deep dive into the science of flotation and water propulsion. And so, if you were at this one last year, it was called Canoe Cove last year. But if you're at this one, we built a small craft, a small boat, and learned, and we sort of just engineered a way to propel it through the water on its own. And so you're going to get a chance to do that. And then also, you're going to get, it's a little bit about swimming, because the science of swimming is your own body's propulsion, body position control, and buoyancy in the water. The safety of that really starts with your ability to float and swim. And so that's a part of it. And then the last part of it, for most scouts, will be the actual canoe trip that we'll take a very short. This isn't an in-depth into canoeing, by the way. The canoeing is just the highlight part of it, but you're going to take a short canoe ride. You and your parent, or you and one of our scout staff, is going to paddle your canoe around to the Treasure Cove on a treasure hunt. Kind of has a little bit of a pirate theme. So I love Treasure Cove will be in the water. We're working with actual lifeguard staff. So safety is paramount at this one, and will be well looked after. Parents, you get to participate in this one too. Maybe it might be your first chance to take the swim test, or start on things like aquanaut or one of your aquatics activities throughout the summer. We're not going to get through. This one's not really centered around advancement, but there is the opportunity if you'd like to get started on those things. So Treasure Cove, again, one of the most popular events of the year at Scoutland, and one of the few times that Cub Scouts will get to go in a canoe. And so we invite you to join us for Treasure Cove. That's the afternoon session on June 28th. And then finally, one of the most popular ones was Fish Camp. Last year, we heard you, and we received a lot of feedback on Fish Camp last year, and so we tweaked it a little bit. There's going to be quite a bit more fishing involved in Fish Camp, and so that's a lot of folks went to Fish Camp, and it was in the morning, and then they were also signed up for Rocket Academy, which is why we didn't put these two on the same day, by the way. Scott asked, by the way, when we're talking about, let's go back to Treasure Cove for a second. Scott said, what's a pirate's favorite letter? All right. If you drop it down in the comments there, folks, if you know what is a pirate's favorite letter, I have a prize for you on the show today. It's this Gladiators hockey puck from Scout Night with the Gladiators that we did just last weekend. And so if you'd like to get that, answer Scott's trivia question, what's a pirate's favorite letter? I love that question, by the way. I'm not going to give it away. You're not going to get me on that one, Scott. I know what you're trying to do here. Yeah, he said, all right, there's the trivia question of the day. What's a pirate's favorite letter? Fish Camp. And in this case, on July 12th, there's going to be 2 sessions of Fish Camp. No matter how many sign up for the first or second one, we're going to do it twice. There's still going to be a little bit of a cooking thing, a cooking demo, but not a big one, not like last year. We had a lot of fish left over. And then also, there's going to be, learning to cast a rod and reel, learning about your rod and reel. You bring your own fishing pole to this one, by the way. And make sure to unwrap it and get to know it beforehand. We're going to teach you how to tie on a lure and bait your hook. We're going to go fishing. We're going to try and catch some fish. You can be there for morning or afternoon. If the morning session, folks, if you want to stay longer and just fish all day, you're more than welcome to. Afternoon, folks, if you want to arrive early and start out with just some fishing, be sure to be at your gathering location on time, but you can do that. So come join us for Fish Camp at Scoutland Summer Quest, July 12th. That's going to be a lot of fun too, and I'm excited. Here's how to be prepared for the Scoutland Summer Quest. Let's see, did anybody drop it down in the comments? What's a pirate's favorite letter? Anybody out there, drop it down in the comments. There's, everybody's going on spring break, so I don't think there's a lot of people joining us right now for this particular live stream. That's okay, though. So thank you to the 4 of you that are watching right now, by the way. Stay on, stay tuned, stay with us. Comments, questions, feedback, drop any of that down in the comments right now, and we'll be sure to answer those as we go along. Here we go. Scott says, most say it's the R. But it might be the C, matey. That's a double win for Scott Sheeran going home with the hockey puck today. Scott answering his own trivia question by virtue of being the one on the show. Great. Thanks for joining us today. Scoutland Summer Quest. Here's how you can be prepared for the Summer Quest. Number 1, parents, it's important to point out that this is not a drop-off event. It's not like day camp. You are going to participate with your scout for the day, and it's only a half day, by the way. It's meant to be parent-son. Even if you bring 2 or 3 of them, that's okay. One parent for a couple of them is probably fine too. But you may be asked to help out in some way too. Not on staff, not like at day camp, and nothing too big for you to do. But you might be asked to help out with, like, for instance, they're going to assemble a rocket. Little hands sometimes need big hands help to do certain things, and so you might need to help your student when they're doing assembling their craft. Also, like for instance, with the bug crawl, when we do this bug box thing, little kids can't operate or have a hard time with a staple gun. And so we get one of the dads to actually do that part of it. Anyway, that's so that everybody's kind of asked to help out. So you want to stick around. You want to plan your day that way too. So bring a water bottle. Cannot say this enough times, and make sure that your name and your pack number is on your water bottle. We also just invite you to just dress comfortably for the day. All right. You don't need to wear your Cub Scout uniform. I'm wearing my Scoutland t-shirt, right? And maybe you want to purchase a Scoutland t-shirt in the trading post. We'll have those available. The trading post will be open for all of the Scoutland Summer Quest. By the way, maybe you don't need a t-shirt, but maybe you need a belt. They'll have the Scoutland belts, the ones that we talk about on the show all the time. So, hey, dress comfortably. I tell you that because we're going to be kind of outside the whole time. You might get dirty. You might get wet. Your feet might get wet. Your shoes might get wet. Bring an extra pair of clothes and an extra set of clothes and an extra pair of shoes along, or at least your Crocs or your flip flops for riding back home in the car. Remember that when you're walking around camp, you got to have closed-toed shoes on. But if your shoes get wet or your feet get wet, it might be uncomfortable. So just bring a pair. We just suggest you bring dress comfortably first off, but bring an extra pair of shoes and maybe a change of clothes to go along with that in case you get too dirty to ride in the car home or too wet. That will help you. Also, bring a lunch because whether you're in the morning session, it ends with lunch, or if you're showing up for the afternoon session, it's lunchtime when you get there. So bring your lunch. But also you can pre-purchase your lunch. I think it's just $5 for lunch. It's just a hot dog, chips, and a drink, or a bottled water. Pretty simple. We don't accommodate special diet needs. So if you do have different special diet needs or allergies or anything like that, then you'll most definitely want to bring your own lunch. But be prepared for that. So you can pre-purchase your lunch online if you like. Even if you don't, though, you can purchase it on the day of as well. We're pretty flexible that way. We got to prepare the lunch for the staff too while they're there as well. So anyway, just letting you know, their lunch can be provided, or snacks in the trading post while you're there. Anyway, so just letting you know about the lunch option. Also, you can camp. A lot of people don't know this, but if you're just coming for one of the events, and then you and your family or your student, you guys just want to set up a tent and camp out overnight, come prepared for that. Bring your own gear. You can camp. It's just $5 extra per person per night. Some people have asked in previous years to camp out on Friday night before, so that you don't have to wake up so early in the morning. By the way, that's a great idea. That's allowed. Just let us know in your pre-event communications. I'll give you the opportunity to email me back and let me know which one you want to do, or if you want to do that. And again, it's just $5 extra per person for the night. Also, the season pass options are the best deal. And so again, you want to secure your season pass way in advance of the Scoutland Summer Quest, because they are going to sell out. But also there's a time limit. You can't purchase them after May 15th. So you want to get those right away. Summer pass options, by the way, let's take a look real quick here. So there's 3 different season passes. The first one, the premium pass, choose any 2. And this is a great one for days like, June 14th, there's two different activities going on, bug crawl and pond life. And maybe those are the only 2 that you want to do. Then choose the premium pass and stay with us for the whole day. And you'll still get the season pass patch, the exclusive season pass patch. Maybe you want to do 4 of the 6. And so there's an affordable big savings on the ultimate pass. And then again, choose any 4. And by the way, when we say choose any 2 or choose any 4, you can choose any of them. It doesn't have to be like, for instance, if you get the premium pass, you don't have to do bug crawl and pond life. You could do bug crawl and rocket academy. It's choose any 2. So stay with me there. And then also The last season pass is just do all 6 of them. That's called the Silver Elite Pass. Join us in the Silver Elite Pass holders. And guys, when you join us for season silver, when you join us for any one of the season pass holder options, you'll also get not only will you get the regular Summer Quest patch. I didn't bring a patch with me today. Anyway, it's a Summer Quest patch. You'll get the special exclusive season pass patch as well. So you're going to get, in other words, you're going to get 2 patches. One, and the season pass patch is the collector's edition of the Scoutland Summer Quest patch. So that exclusive patch only open to season pass holders, and you have to get your season pass before May 15th in order to qualify. And also, we think that they're going to sell out, so don't let them sell out before it's time. We've already sold a bunch, by the way. Here it is, April 6th. I think the season pass have been online for about 2 months now, and we're very close. We're not quite there at the sold out setup yet, but we think that we will sell out. So, okay, next up in the big 3 programs, it's Cub Scout Summer Splash at Camp Rainey Mountain, and this is an overnight camp. So for all the ones that I've just talked about previously, Summer Quest at Scoutland and Day Camp, Twilight Camp, STEM Camp, though none of those are overnight camps. Those are all daytime camps and may go over a series of days. This is the overnight camp. It's 4 days and 3 nights at beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain, going on July 13th through the 16th. Cub Scout Summer Splash. Whew, this one is so much fun. It's our only resident camping option. It's called Cub Scout Summer Splash because it kind of centers around the activity of swimming and passing the swim test and working with professional lifeguards and swimming instructors, which is something that Cub Scouts don't get to do very often. So, this is probably the most affordable way to do it. Cub Scout Summer Splash is about getting wet, but it's about more than that. We'll also have STEM programs, range and target activities, and a couple of other different things going on. There's going to be a hike to Big Rock. There's going to be field and outdoor sports. There's going to be outdoor cooking and scouting skills. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff. This is all with the Camp Rainey Mountain staff as well. So the summer camp staff at Rainey Mountain, this is the only event that Cub Scouts get to participate in with the highly motivated and truly dedicated Rainey Mountain camp staff. And you'll see this high-spirited bunch of staff members is so much fun to be with. It will really get you charged about your upcoming scouting year when you go to Cub Scout Summer Splash. And I just don't know of a good way to describe it. If you've been to Summer Splash, will you just drop that down to the comments how exciting and fun it is? Look at this kid's smile. Summer Splash going on at Camp Rainey Mountain. There's it's about a couple of different things. Number one, there's so much to do on the water. There's going to be boating, swimming, all these things. Not sailing, by the way. This does have a picture with sailboats, but you don't get to do Cub Scouts don't get to go sailing, but they do get to do canoeing and kayaking, and they're going to get to do swimming off the dock there. Also, really important, this is the one thing, this is probably the highest value in Cub Scout Summer Splash, is that you work with professionally trained swimming instructors. And I know firsthand, talking to parents, that if you want to take your Cub Scout down to the neighborhood pool or the Y and hire an instructor, it starts at about $35 for a half-hour session. And by the way, I'm a professional swimming instructor as well. I know that it takes longer than a half hour to teach younger students how to swim. And so you're going to get one-on-one time with a professional swimming instructor with your group, and a chance to give them time to develop skills and build up stamina. Building up confidence in swimming takes place over a shorter period of time than you think, but you'll get to spend quite a bit of time with our professional instructors and learn how to swim. But also, this was from parent feedback. There's never a time when we get to do things like aquanaut or aquatics-based activities to pass off elective adventures for most of our Cub Scouts throughout and you have to have specialized trained people, or you got to go to a pool and you got to hire somebody. In this case, you don't have to do any of those. This is an affordable camp out. It's an overnight camp out. Professional swimming instructors available. They're trained lifeguards from the Camp Rainey Mountain staff, and also trained and certified lifeguards on duty the entire time, so you can feel safe and feel comfortable that it's being well led throughout your time there at Cub Scout Summer Splash. Um, so those are probably the two biggest points of value. But also, hey, listen, you don't have to bring your own food. We eat in the air-conditioned dining hall at Camp Rainey Mountain. Cub Scout Summer Splash is one of those unique events where all of the meals are provided throughout your stay while you're there. So you don't have to haul up a bunch of gear for this one. Also, you don't need to bring your tent. You do need to bring your sleeping bag and probably a pillow, but you don't have to bring a tent. You don't have to bring any structures. All of that's going to be set up for you. And this one says, we won't need your tent. This cabin is way better. Cub Scouts at Summer Splash stay in the cabin accommodations or the Adirondacks, the three-sided hut that you see there. And so it's a lot of fun. It's a smaller event than most Cub Scout events that you'll go to, and so you'll get a lot of amenities to yourself. We'll also camp in the campsites, by the way, that are the closest to the bathrooms. Moms, that's important for me to tell you because one of the questions that we get asked. Here's some ways to be prepared. Join us this July for Cub Scout Summer Splash. What is it? It's an overnight camp for Cub Scouts, 4 days, 3 nights at beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain in Clayton, Georgia. It's hassle-free, no tents. You don't need to bring any gear, no food, no problems. It's professionally staffed by the highly motivated and truly dedicated Rainey Mountain camp staff who are there doing summer camp for Scouts BSA for about 6 weeks prior to your arrival. So they're seasoned, trained, and they've been there. They know their way around. And so you won't get lost either while you're at camp. And so it's just going to be a lot of fun to be up there with them. Cub Scout Summer Splash. It's aquatic and more. There's also going to be archery, STEM. There's going to be scavenger hunt. There's going to be a big rock hike. There's going to be a big campfire and a big campfire show with all the lights and sounds and rock and roll. There's going to be canoeing. There's going to be boating. This one is a lot of fun and a great value for your dollar. And again, the best way to get there is with the camp card sale. So join us for Cub Scout Summer Splash. Space is limited. Register early for this event, July 13th through the 16th at beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain in the summertime. Cub Scouts, this one is going to be a lot of fun. Join us for any one of the big three in your summer of Cub Fun. That's most of our show today. I do have a couple of tidbits and notes. This is taking the place of our weekly program, so I'll wrap it up with these final things for all of our scouts. But join us for the Summer of Cub Fun. Hit that QR code and register for these events today. One more time, and I'll let you screen grab that. Again, if you're watching this on the rebroadcast, you'll have an opportunity to hit those timestamps so you can get through the show. Use this episode as a tool for you and your pack and all the Cub Scouts in your den. Your whole den needs to go to camp, by the way, no matter which one we're talking about. Help me promote this with all of them so that they go, and help your parents to feel more at ease, feel more comfortable about going to one of our summer camping activities throughout the summer, and earn the Summertime Fun Award as we go along. Next up is Spring Family Camping at Camp Rainey Mountain. It's a weekend filled with fun, navigating your way, April 25th through the 27th. And you heard Scott Sheeran talking about they just came back from Spring Fling at Scoutland. This is the follow-up program to that. It's navigating your way. Everything is about navigation. I got a couple of great notes from Miss Michelle, who's the camp director for that for Spring Family Camping Weekend. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Hey, listen, at Spring Family Camping, in the navigating your way theme, there's going to be creatures. She wasn't real specific. There's going to be live animals, I guess. She said creatures. We'll be joined by some creatures. She didn't say a creature. She said some creatures. So I think maybe reptiles, amphibians, who knows? I won't spoil it or give it away. Also, we're in the navigating your way theme. We're making bio bags. I'm not sure what that is. I guess it's a bio bag. Everybody's got to make one. That's one of the major crafts that we're doing. So maybe we'll have some more news on that in the upcoming weeks shows. Also, there's going to be the bouldering wall and navigating your way around the bouldering wall, rock climbing. At Camp Rainey Mountain. What a fitting activity to do. We've never got to do that before at Spring Family Camping Weekend, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, the one mystery event is called Find the Missing Scoutmaster, and I'm not sure what this one is either. I think she said it was kind of a escape room, but in outdoors, and you're going to be following clues rather than finding clues in an enclosed space. You'll be in the out of doors an event, a mystery event called Find the Missing Scoutmaster, all part of navigating your way at Spring Family Camping on April 25th to the 26th, 7th. Hit that QR code and let's go camping. And hey, you guys, next up following that is Georgia's own Scout Show at the University of Georgia on the Gainesville campus, May 3rd. There's going to be a lot of fun activities, range and target activities. There's a pond, so we'll be doing some fishing. There's going to be scout troops setting up a monkey bridge. I think we're going to see the return of Possum River. I think you're going to see a lot of fun and exciting activities. And it's also a way scouts have to show off their skills. So your pack or your den might want to set up a carnival game or show off a particular skill or fun craft that you've been working on and share that with others because it's open to the public. Invite your family and friends and all those around to the Georgia's Scout Show at University of North Georgia, a showcase of scouting in the Northeast Georgia Council at the Gainesville campus of University of North Georgia on May 3rd. Join us in Gainesville. It's going to be so much fun. Also, at the Scout Show is going to be the Northeast Georgia Council's Pinewood Derby Championship Race, the Council Championship Race, first, second, and third in race and design. And that's if you won at your pack level, you advance to your district, your local district, attend your local district race. If you win at the district, you automatically advance to the final showdown. It's the Council Championship Race going on at the Scout Show at University of North Georgia. Also coming up on May 30th is Scout Night with the Gwinnett Stripers. It's a Friday night, so there'll be Friday night fireworks, reserve seating for our scouts. It includes a parade on the field, wear your uniform, a visit with Chopper, and Friday night for Friday night fireworks. This is always fun. There's going to be lots of scouts there, and your pack may be interested in presenting the colors down on the field. Let me know if you want to be that pack. You can drop it down in the comments or email me when you purchase your tickets. Also, coming up for, this show has been mostly about Cub Scouts, but we have some Scouts BSA events coming up too. And if you missed the Pathfinders show, I'll put another link down in the description to that specific one. It's the Pathfinders show. Let's see. He said Scout Night Stripers is my birthday. Hey, Scott, come to Scout Night with the Stripers on your birthday so we can wish you a happy birthday. That's going to be awesome. All right. Hey, Scouts BSA, join us for Pathfinders. And if you missed it, we had a live stream earlier this week called the Pathfinders Show. I'll put a link in the description and a card up top there. Click on that and go to the Pathfinders Show. Find out all that you need to know about all 40 of the merit badges being offered at Pathfinders this year in June. Also for Scouts BSA, National Youth Leadership Training. This will fill up. So this is your one and final reminder during this show to go register right now for the National Youth Leadership Training. There's two different weeks available. Both of them will fill up. Don't be on the outside looking in for National Youth Leadership Training. Every troop needs to be sending at least one or two scouts every single year to the National Youth Leadership Training. It's what helps make a troop be a better troop. Also coming up in the summer, all 6 weeks of summer camp is Summer Squad, and registration is now open for Summer Squad. Summer Squad is, if a scout, hey, listen, if you can't attend summer camp with your troop for any reason, for whatever reason, you can go to Camp Rainey Mountain on your own in the Summer Squad, and we will group you in with a group of scouts that are in your same situation. You'll get to know them ahead of time. You'll camp out with them, and we provide leadership for Summer Squad for all 6 weeks of summer camp. Squads forming right now. Maybe you want to go to maybe you're going to summer camp with your troop and you love it so much you want to go for a second week. Maybe during your regular week of summer camp, you wanted to do cope or climbing or high adventure, and that takes away from your ability to do some merit badges or do the regular summer camp experience. So you can go back again for another one. Summer Squad is for you. There's a lot going on at camp. There's never enough time in a week of summer camp to do all the things that you want to do. Enjoy summer camp for a second week, and find a discount for summer camp when you attend a second time at Summer Squad. Hit that link right there, parents, and get them signed up so that it doesn't fill up, or the merit badge that they want to do. Also, summer camp, it kind of goes without saying, beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain, 6 weeks in the summer in Clayton, Georgia, our little valley in the North Georgia mountains. And new for 2025 is the new Trade Skills Center. You're going to see more about this in the upcoming weeks as we unfold welding, plumbing, farm mechanics, and auto maintenance going on at beautiful Camp Rainey Mountain, along with the 70+ merit badge and advancement programs that we already have, plus our signature first-year camper program called the New Trail, or TNT, and also lots of high adventure, all at summer camp at Camp Rainey Mountain this season, 2025. That's it for our show today. The next 12 points live stream is one that you don't want to miss, and it's coming up on April 13th at 7 p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube. It's a live stream broadcast with your friends from the 12 Point Studio. Guys, this one's important because we're going to be talking about fall recruiting and how to get more Cub Scouts involved in your pack, or more Scouts BSA participants in your troop. So this one's going to have a high value to it because we're going to be talking a lot. There are so many different new ideas coming out, and we're gonna talk about all of them in the next 12 points live stream, along with promotions for all of these things that we just talked about, and some of the upcoming events throughout the summer. 12 points live stream happens every Sunday following your normal roundtable night. And I realize that some of you had roundtable this past Thursday because of spring break, but that would have been our normal roundtable night, would be this upcoming Thursday. And so April 13th is our next live stream. And take a look at take note of the later start time. It's going to start at 7 instead of 6, which is when we normally start. And also on the live stream, there will be prizes, there will be games, there will be live interaction, questions being answered about all of our upcoming events, including summer camp tips, tricks, and best practices. And so we want to make sure that you join us there on coming up April 13th on the show. Also, Scott says go to Roundtable. It's the place to be. He's not wrong. We actually had a pretty big turnout at Appalachia's, even though it was rescheduled to this past Thursday. Hey, in the event that you missed your roundtable, this is a great way to catch up. It's the 12 points live stream, again, coming up on April 13th with yours truly as host, along with Phil and Alex. And hey, listen, there's going to be prizes and games on the show as well. That's it for us. That's it for us today here from the 12 Point Studio, saying thanks and see you at camp. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out some of these other videos. I think I talked for an hour straight just then. What's the show time on that one? Hey, thanks for joining us. For those of you, the few of you that could, we're glad you're here.